That's what I'm talking about. All 0 people in the chat. You don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what you're missing. Maybe you'll just look in a little bit later and figure out that Jesse's just being a little bit of a retard all on his own. All right. Get out of here, George Michael. Can't believe. Oh, man. So what a heck of a day, man. How's everybody doing? It is Saturday morning here in Central Florida, and we are, dude, what's up, my homie? Come on. How's everybody doing? It is beautiful Saturday morning here in Central Florida. Good morning, my friend. And I got to tell you, it's a pretty good morning. Today's the actual first morning that it has felt a little bit like fall here in Florida. It's only supposed to be like 73 or 74 today. Really cold for what Florida is. Look at my stupid cats, by the way. I'm gonna get you. That's Thor. He was licking his nuts earlier, but now they're just chilling in the sunlight, hanging out. Yep, that's what they do. That's what they do. Oh, so I posted this on Twitter. This is the coffee mug right here, the magic coffee mug, and I'm getting ready to show it off because I got to be my 4th cup of coffee this morning. All right, here it is. Now I am the master. Boom, right there. And then we spin it around, and there's Kenobi. Dude, I cannot tell you how awesome this mug is. Listen. Stay right there. I've got to put 3 scoops of sugar in here. That's right. I'm all about the sugar. And Italian sweet cream. I'm really big into Italian sweet cream. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me bring my coffee pot over here. And my cream. And my clam. All right. Because we're about to have the grand reveal. All right. You see, no sabers, right? No sabers. Here we go. Get ready. About right there, old dude. It's about the end of it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it, guys. Hold on. It'll only take a few seconds. It'll only take a few seconds. Hold tight. Well, oh! There it is. You see it? You see it? How awesome is this mug? How awesome is this mug? Oh, my word. And then even on the sides, it comes out with these bad boys over there. I'm trying not to spill the coffee. And there's the Imperial thing. Hard to see, but man, this mug is where it's at. Hold on. I got to put my Italian sweet cream in there. Yes, amen. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. All right. I usually don't like to leave dead air time, but I need to put this back on the pot and turn off the coffee pot, and then I'll be ready to go. I just wanted to show everybody what was up. So, okay, I'm pumped now. I'm pumped. Let me excuse me. Let me tweet this out real fast. Hold on. If you guys, if anybody happens to be on here, you're on the Twitter machines and everything, come on in. Hold on just a second. Here we go. Come on, paste. I'm live. Okay, yeah. Usually it takes like 30 minutes for this room to start picking up. But until then, we are gonna have a little talk. There's a few things that we need to talk about here. Very important things. A couple things I need to get off my chest. We're coming into what I believe to be the best holiday in the history of America. Even more important, I would say, maybe the 4th of July. I am, of course, referring to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, I believe to be the most grand holiday in the history of holidays. I don't know if with the exception of my Finnish friends, celebrating midsummer. Midsummer being the time where they go out, rent cabins, and there's over 188,000 lakes in Finland. And I'm telling you what, I said that is my place that I want to go more than anything. I want to go there. I want to spend at least a month there. I want to go up north. Santa Claus lives there, and see some reindeer. I want to one day, even in the wintertime, I'd like to be able to see the northern lights. I'd like to sleep in an igloo. That'd be cool. But midsummer, that's especially when I want to go, because everybody likes to go and rent cabins on a lake somewhere. And then at like 2 o'clock in the morning, the sun's still high and everybody's swimming and having a good time. Oh, man, I'm telling you, there's just Finland. That's where I want to be. But I digest. So, Thanksgiving. This is a time where we get together and we get fat. All right. When I say fat, I'm talking, I don't know if people cook ham. I don't know if people cook turkey. I've heard turducken is a thing. For those of you guys that don't know what turducken is, and if you see me on Twitter, you know that all I do is talk about food half the time. And then it's just other mindless ramblings. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, he did. What made it seem like the word Darth was. Yeah, he did put a little spin on that, but whatever. So turducken. Those of you guys that may not know what turducken is, that is a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with chicken, or maybe it's chicken and then duck. I don't know. Well, all I know is that those three birds make up the turkey, duck, chicken. There it is. I've never tried that, but I absolutely want to. That sounds like an amazing thing. Duck is my favorite bird to eat ever. I love duck. Now, with that being said, sorry, I got the sniffles this morning. With that being said, every season, though, I do what every respectable redneck will do. Even though I don't claim to be a redneck, it's in my blood. It's in my blood. I have an uncle and family that have actually met up with the Robertsons from Duck Dynasty because they're really, really avid hunters and everything. And by the way, I know people are really torn about Duck Dynasty guys. I'd love to meet them. But like any good redneck does, I deep fry my turkeys. I've been doing that for about six or 7 years. And I got to tell you, I'm never going back. I don't know if anybody out there in this world has had deep fried turkey. But it is the most decadent taste in the history of the world. But it's also an art form. So what you got to make sure of first is that it's dangerous, very dangerous, but it's worth it if you know what you're doing. The key is, number one, you got to get your turkey like a week and a half in advance, okay? And you got to let this thing thaw out. What's up? Understatement, my boy. How you doing, man? Cheers from my new awesome coffee mug. Oh, by the way, Death by Saber, I didn't give you the hail as well. Hail from Return of the King, that is, circa 2006. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, deep fried turkey. So you got to take this bad boy out. Like, what do you say? And you got to let it defrost for like 3 days. Straight up 3 days, all right? Because there cannot be any type of frozen anything in there, because when you lower this thing down into the hot grease, hot oil, that is, that stuff will explode. So couple days prior to Thanksgiving, maybe let's say Monday or Tuesday, you're going to take that bird out. You're going to stand it up. You're going to start off rubbing it down with a little bit of butter, okay? Then, after that happens, you're going to take your mixture of spices. Now, I like to go a little bit Cajun on mine, but you can do anything. Usually people put garlic powder and onion powder and chili powder and all kinds of other good things, salt, pepper, and you rub this bird down all over the place until it is 100% covered in spice, and you let it hang out for 2 days, okay? So, at least 2 days, that is. All right, put it in the fridge, let this stuff hang out. Thanksgiving morning, take it out. This is the key. You're going to take a mixture of butter, beer, some, that's right, I said beer, talking like a dark beer. Then you're going to take some other spices like some garlic powder and so on and so forth. And you're going to get this stuff boiling, rolling, okay? I think we need to have a fandom food channel. That's what I'm saying. That sounds like a good idea. Anyways, you take all this stuff up and you boil it. You get it rolling, get it boiling, and afterwards, that is a lie because you haven't finished hearing me out, okay? Because deep fried turkey will trump ham any day of the week. So after you get all this stuff mixed together and boil, you take a big, big syringe and you suck up that juice and you stick it in the breast, you stick it in the legs, everywhere you can, and you inject this flavor into the meat of the bird. Oh yeah, by the way, I've had my oil heating up on the back porch. Ooh, tamales. Yeah. I've been letting this oil heat up on the back porch, peanut oil, for a little bit, and I'm getting it back up to about 375. And after I inject this, let me see, what did I make last year? An 18-pound bird? 18, 20 pounds or whatever. Slowly in the oil till it gets covered, and you let it sit there, and let me see. 20-pound bird, maybe about an hour and 15 minutes tops to cook. And I'm telling you, listen, I am not knocking ham by any means. Honey, mustard, and orange glaze on a baked ham. That sounds amazing. All right. And this is not one of those times where I'm going to call somebody moronic or anything like that for suggesting a food that is opposite to the food that I'm at. I will in just a minute, but I will never knock a good ham. But what I'm saying is that when you've tried a deep fried turkey, because I don't like white meat. I don't like white meat. I think it's dry. I think it is just, bleh. The texture of it is just, it's too much, okay? Too much. But I'm telling you what, you take this stuff out and you cut into it, it is the most moist texture ever, all right? And deep fried turkey. Oh, okay, so that reminds me. That reminds me, all right? We need to have a talk on Thanksgiving. What do those people have? What is that cranberry sauce in that can? Have you seen that? That is garbage. That's right, Coke. Listen, I won't knock Coke as long as you call it soda. I don't call it pop. And not every soft drink is Coke, all right? It is soda. Soda. Not pop. Pop is a sound. It's not a noun. It's onomatopoeia. How you doing, grammar? But let me tell you, I take a stand against this thing at Thanksgiving time. That cranberry stuff that you cut into the can, and if you try to dump it out, it leaves the form of the can. And all it does, it makes that noise when it comes out. I was like that. And then you got to cut it up. What's up, ARC? How you doing? Hail. I'm not going to have many hails left because I'm finishing this cup of coffee. That's cup number 4, which means I'm going to pee and poop a lot today. And my morning routine is actually really simple. I get up, I have my coffee, I poop, And then I just stay awesome the rest of the day. That is the crux of a good day right there. Wake up, coffee, poop, awesome. All right, so write that down. So, anyways, I take a stand against that. I take a stand against that stuff, that cranberry canned bull crap. What else do I take a stand against? I take a stand against fruitcake. I'll tell you what, though, if I am able to hit, I'm at 391 subs right now, I think, which is amazing. If I'm able to hit 500 subs before Christmas comes, 500 subs before Christmas comes, I will eat a fruitcake. Not a slice, a fruitcake. I shouldn't have said that shit. Okay. It's on tape now. Damn it. I meant, okay, I'll eat a fruitcake. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat a fruitcake. I'm going to get the one that's got a chunk of Starburst in it, and like a Jolly Rancher is going to be lodged in there. And but I bet you I'll be able to get drunk to eat it with me. We'll live stream it. You'll probably see me throw up. I don't know. But I take a stand against fruitcake. Now, this is where we're going to get a little bit divisive. You've seen me post about this on Twitter, okay? You've seen me protest this on Twitter. But I'm going to say it again. I will not eat carrot cake. It may taste all right, to be honest with you. I don't know. But I take a stand against something healthy in my dessert. It is a matter of principle for me, and principle only. All right. I don't want carrot cake because no vegetables deserve to be in my dessert. I don't eat dessert to lose weight. Okay. Even though I know you're probably not, because everybody's like, oh, the frosting and everything like that cancels everything. That's bullcrap. Keep your vegetables out of my dessert. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I won't eat that zucchini bread that people try to push at me either. No, I like zucchini, by the way. I like carrots. I like them both. Not in my cake, not in my dessert, you freaking pieces of crap. Keep it out, okay? Keep it out. Red velvet cake, okay? That is a fair question. The truth is, I enjoy red velvet cake. I'm not a big fan of the really thick frosting. I don't like really thick frosting. I like it light. I don't like something to be an overpowering taste. Like if there's too much frosting and that frosting is really, really thick and rich, excuse me, not my thing, because it needs to complement the cake. That's why I don't like tomatoes, for example. Tomatoes, I do like tomatoes in things. I like chopped up tomatoes on things. I like pieces of tomatoes on my burger, but I don't like them thick, because if I taste too much tomato with not enough burger, or too much tomato with not enough whatever it is, I don't like it. I enjoy tomato soup. I enjoy ketchup. I enjoy tomato sauce. Everything that has tomatoes in it, but don't make it the really, really big thing, okay? So yeah, that's why am I sniffing so much, man? I'm telling you what, freaking I watched one live stream with that Star Wars girl maybe like 3 days ago. I think she gave me something. She was all sick and she was hacking up and coughing. I really hope she's getting better. But holy cow. Now I'm doing this and, okay. So that's why I don't like pickles. Take a bite of burger with a pickle in it. Well, okay. So I will, I can be respectful of that. I absolutely can. I enjoy pickles on my burger, but not too many. Maybe like 2 pickles. That's it. I don't like my pickles to be covered with my burgers to be covered with pickles and everything like that. So see, I don't blame you, but you give me some tomato soup with some basil in it, and this is like totally old man answer. You give me a good grilled cheese sandwich with it, and I dip my grilled cheese sandwich in the soup. I'm just saying that's the way to go. Now, on to our next order of business, okay? That next order of business is, actually, I didn't really have an order of business. Whenever I get onto these streams, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I haven't written anything down. I just start talking and hope that it makes sense. That's it. I've got the entire house to myself, and for the next 3 hours, maybe. That's good. That's good. So, while we're on the subject of food again, this is where I get so excited. So excited. There's a place in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's my favorite restaurant ever. It's called JJ's Red Hots. It is a hot dog place. I love my 3 favorite foods: pizza, buffalo wings, hot dogs, all day long. I'll take it over steak. I'll take it over some of those high class meals. Well, barbecue. I may go with barbecue. Okay, tacos are in there too, burritos. I really like Chinese. Okay, I'm a fat guy. I think there's like, I've said it before, I think there's a little morbidly obese fat guy in my head working my body like that dude from Men in Black. I think that's what he's doing. He's sitting in there just wheezing and having a heart attack every 4 days, and he's got Cheetos all over his chest. He doesn't have a shirt on, and yeah, that's probably him just in my head. But JJ's Red Hots. So JJ's Red Hots has this hot dog. It's called Wiener the Pooh. Wiener the Pooh. Okay? You're going to think that what I'm going to tell you is absolutely disgusting. And I understand, because I thought that the very first time I saw it. But I have tried it, and I have made this hot dog for over 50 people, 50. Not only did every one of them not spit it out, but most of them said this is one of the best things I've ever tasted. This hot dog has bacon, good start, peanut butter, and honey and sriracha on it. Okay? Peanut butter, bacon, honey, sriracha on a hot dog. It may sound kind of ick, but I'm telling you, this thing is the way to go. It is the way to go, and you'll never go back. I promise you that. Okay, I'm off of my food kick. It's brunch time, 10:30, something like that. My kids got a lot of Halloween candy, so I've been picking through that. Lots of Skittles. I went to Walmart yesterday. Not only did I get my awesome mug, but I also found a big bar of chocolate that was this big. It was like 2 feet long. It was a big Hershey's bar. I'm telling you, dude, I respect your thought. Because you can't mentally grasp that, You can't. But it's there, and I promise you won't be disappointed. It's the same thing when I tell people I've eaten a Krispy Kreme bacon cheeseburger. That's a bacon cheeseburger between 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. That is life, my friend. That is life, okay? Oh, man, getting worked up here. Man, just calm down. All right. So, also, the other thing about this season, we got Thanksgiving coming up. But the most deplorable day on the face of the planet is the day after Thanksgiving, which is known in America. For those of you foreign friends that join us and do not know what this is, or maybe you have a version of this in your country. But that is Black Friday. Black Friday, the time where you take everything you've been thankful for, throw it out the window, and go to Walmart at 10 o'clock at night, or 1 o'clock in the morning, and you trample people just to get a deal. Every season, on Black Friday, you open up your news and you see that there was another person trampled here. There were people maced over there. There were kids that had their toys stolen right out of their hands. And I absolutely loathe and despise Black Friday. I've never been shopping on Black Friday, nor will I ever. It is just disgusting. I don't like it. For anybody that may shop on Black Friday, I'm not going to knock you, okay, because I know that it can be fun going and do this, but when it gets to be a point where everybody's just crushing each other for just a few deals, not worth it to me. Not worth it. So yeah. Oh, by the way, a lot of people also don't know this. There exists something called Cyber Mondays. Cyber Mondays. You know what that is? That is Black Friday, where all you have to do is walk over to your computer, type some things in, and get the same things mailed to your door. Morons. Freaking morons going on. Oh, I'm sorry if anybody in here does Black Friday. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a moron. All right, but you do realize that you don't even have to get dressed. You can walk over to your computer buck naked if you wanted, type in a few things on Cyber Monday, and get said things with the same things sent straight to your door. You can even pick the things up at your door buck naked. This whole process could be done in complete nudity. Do you realize that? This is amazing. You can skip Black Friday and be nude and shop. I'm not saying that being nude is always a thing. For me, it's the worst thing. Like if I were to ever make an adult video, people would pay me to put clothes back on. So maybe that will be a thing. Maybe what I'll do is one day I'll get on here and I'll do an anti-stripping stream where all I do is, that'll be my, my first, anytime I get to 1,000 followers, I'll do an anti-stripping thing. Anytime somebody tips me, throw on another shirt. And by the time it's over, I'll have like $1,000 because people definitely don't want to see me without clothes. And I'll be smothered under about 40 t-shirts. Maybe they'll all be Geeks and Gamers t-shirts. Who knows? By the way, I was really pumped. It's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, knowing that Geeks and Gamers, we sold out of hats this week. Cheers, boys and girls. They went on back order, man. And I was really excited. I got to talk to Jeremy a little bit. He gave me a call and he's like, dude, look what's happening. And I'm like, whoa. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, let's sell more. And he's like, okay. So we got some more hats in. They're not back ordered anymore, I don't think. And we're going to be doing that. So I need to make some new commercials. Me and Jay, we're going to work on making a couple more commercials and get it going. If you haven't seen a couple of Drunk 3PO's videos on the Geeks and Gamers site, check it out because he we put our commercials at the end of all the videos and or his videos, and they ended up getting a lot of really funny comments and stuff. It was just great. This is so much fun. I'm so glad that I have this family and this community, man. This coffee's making me hot. All right. So yes, that is the thing right there. It's going to be just like Billy Madison and Chris Farley would quiz Billy Madison on his stuff. That's correct. And then boom, off it comes. Yep. That's not good inspiration, but it's good to keep people on their toes. So yeah, maybe that'll be the thing. Okay. So I hit on a lot of nostalgia. I don't know when you guys were born or anything like that. I was born in 1984, which makes me 35 years old right now. Believe it or not, I have a really funny idea involving that exact thing. That's all I'm going to say. All I know is that the next commercial that I make is going to be epic. So, see, I drank so much. Now the heat-activated lightsabers are gone. And the symbol's gone and everything. I'm going to have to use the bathroom really soon, too. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I was born in 1984. That makes me 35 years old. So, being 35 years old, I grew up. My childhood was spent in the 90s, okay? The 90s, I think, were one of the best decades in the history of all decades, man. So many awesome things came out of the 90s. And so going to be Jesse in a thing. I'm assuming it means thong and hat serving Jeremy a hot dog with peanut butter. Oh, man. So the trick is to get Jeremy to eat the dog, not throw it up, okay? Because that's money that's well spent on that dog, and I don't like wasting money. So I've been on a big kick as of recently. Been watching a lot of old school wrestling. And when I say old school wrestling, that was WWF before they lost that lawsuit to the World Wildlife Foundation and became WWE. Back when they had the greats like Bam Bam Bigelow, Doink the Clown, Lex Luger, Ahmed Johnson. Let's see who else. They had Hulk Hogan for a little bit. They had Bret the Hitman Hart. That was when Shawn Michaels was really getting big. Before he became Triple H, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and he did the bow and everything, but he still had the pedigree, and it was awesome. Those were the good days, and I stopped watching so much for two reasons. Number one, because Goldust came on. That was, I need to turn on a light real fast. Hold on. Let me get a little more light up in here. All right. I think that works. It got a little cloudy outside. All right. So I'm telling you, Dusty does. Oh, Tina, what's up, boo? How you doing? Look at that. And so, dude, there we go. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. By the way, before they were Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, they were Diesel and Razor Ramon. I'm telling you, Diesel had his powerbomb. Razor Ramon had the Razor's Edge. Bam! I stopped watching once Goldust came around, and when WCW started getting big. I'm not going to lie, that was great. That was absolutely great. Oh, by the way, I may have to go to this. Here in town at our local high school, they're having, in about 2 weeks or a week, a very small-time wrestling event. And what's his name? Hart. The guy with the megaphone. What's his name? Bobby Hart. I can't remember. Anyway, the guy that was a promoter with the microphone, he was going to be there, and he was actually pretty big and stuff. It was great. Sorry, I'm getting texted. Very good. All right. There we go. Just getting everything squared away. Jimmy Hart. That's his name. Jimmy Hart. There it is. He's going to be at the wrestling event. So I may have to go to that. But once WCW came around, I was actually talking. And I actually, by the way, Lord Understatement, I remember the very first wrestling event that The Rock was in. And that was when he was known as Rocky Maivia. And he looked pretty terrible. Oh my word, that he was dressed in blue and had those things and everything. Andre the Giant. Now, if you guys have not seen, this man is probably one of my favorite guys. I wish I were born about 10 years earlier because I would have loved to have watched him. Like, he died when I was really young, so I didn't really get a chance to see him in his prime. But everything that I've ever read about Andre the Giant, all right, that he was one of the nicest men you could ever know. A very self-conscious man, but so my brain's going 1,000 different directions, and I don't know which thought to hold on to when it comes to Andre, man. HBO did that really awesome documentary on Andre the Giant, and it was great. It was absolutely great. And so and by the way, The Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies of all time. That is the movie. I know a lot of movie quotes. I do movie quotes as part of my life, but I don't just do movie quotes. I couldn't just do movie quotes concerning, that's right, none, absolutely none, concerning The Princess Bride. As a matter of fact, I actually have The Princess Bride memorized from the first line to the last line of that movie. And I have quoted it beginning to end before, all the way through. So there are there's so many things that come to mind whenever I think Andre the Giant. Robin Wright, when she said she was filming she was filming Princess Bride, she would get really cold, and Andre would walk up beside her and just rest his hand on her head, and it would actually keep her warm. That was awesome. Andre the Giant, I think when they were filming that movie or there was a wrestling event in town, he said one time he drank about, I think it was 100 and some beers, and that's all it would take to get him. That's how much it would take to get him drunk. And then he went out in the hotel lobby, sat in a chair and passed out. But nobody could wake him up and nobody could move him. So what they did is they just put stanchions all around him and just said nobody touch him. And he just stayed passed out in the hotel lobby forever. That was great. But Andre the Giant, man, if there's anybody, I've asked myself the question, if there's anybody like in history that you can think, I want to have a beer with that guy, or I want to sit down and talk to him for 1 hour. He's on the top of the list. He's right up there. There are a few other people in history that I would have liked to have gotten to know and just kind of see and everything, but he is definitely one of them. So anyways, I got away from WWE and started going to WCW for a while. And that's when Ted Turner was buying up. He was just rich as freaking crap. And he was buying up all of these other wrestlers from WWE or WWF to go out and wrestle for him. And so he started buying up everybody. He started buying up Hulk Hogan, who then turned into Hollywood Hogan. He bought up Bret Hart. He brought up Diesel and turned him into Kevin Nash. Bought Razor Ramon, turned him into Scott Hall. Everybody just started going out there and doing their thing, and they were good for a while. They were awesome. They were beating WWE in the ratings. I was talking with, I was driving down the road with Drunk last week, I think. We started talking about wrestling. And he said, and I didn't actually know this. He said, I was like, man, it was crazy how much they went up, started getting really good. And then it's like right at the very end of WCW. I loved when people in WCW would not like what's going on in the ring, and they'd start throwing trash in the ring. That was the most awesome thing ever. That was awesome. And the ring was just covered in garbage. But it's like, what happened? They just got so bad right at the very end. Bam Bam Bigelow, the flying headbutt right there, and he knew how to wield the light stick like crazy. I was like, what even happened? The writing just started sucking. The characters. Remember some of those characters? They had the Honky Tonk Man. They had La Parka. La Parka, that it's the Mexican style mask, kind of like Rey Mysterio Jr. used to have and stuff. But he'd always come out, he'd shake his knees, and he always had a chair with him. But man, the writing just got so bad. I was like, what even happened with that? He said, well, what happened is Ted Turner started his own wrestling corporation for one purpose, and that's to prove that he could. He wanted to prove that he could be better at Vince McMahon if he wanted to. So he would buy up all of these wrestlers. Like, they were making in the millions per year. In the millions per year. You go to wrestling, they're making a few $100,000 if you're good in WWE. And the running bulldog, that was a great finisher, by the way. And wait, we haven't. I'm going to type them in. There it is. There it is, everybody. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Everybody's got to pay the piper. But they just ran out of money, and they just didn't care to keep it going. They paid so many people so much money. It's like, okay, we've done it. That's pretty much it. And that's the story of WCW. They got into it and spent crazy amounts of money, Ted Turner did, just to show that he could. And, man, I'm telling you what, and Sting, oh, my word. We were talking about Sting when he used to have the face paint kind of like the Ultimate Warrior did, but he changed up. Sergeant Slaughter and Ric Flair. Man, Ric Flair's a North Carolina guy. I heard he's actually really, really awesome in real life, but I think he actually has a warrant out for his arrest. I saw in like 2010 or something, he had a warrant out for his arrest in North Carolina, so he was hanging out in California for forever so he wouldn't get arrested. But Sting had one of the coolest stories ever. It was just like he had that white paint with the black streaks going down. He looked like the Crow. And so he had that baseball bat, and he would just randomly just appear in the rafters. And then he wouldn't appear for like a month and a half. Nobody knew what to think. And then there'd be a Monday Nitro, and then there he is again up in the rafters after Hollywood Hogan would win one, just to remind people that he was still there. Oh, my word. That was the coolest way to keep a character going. And me and Jay were talking about it in the car, and we're like, I cannot believe that they just stopped such an awesome thing. And so, Sting, more power to you, man. There's Sid Vicious. We had the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Rod Van Dam. Did he start off in ECW for a little bit? I can't remember. Had Bret Hart and Sting. They would fight from time to time. Battle of the Sharpshooters, man. Ric Flair pulling off his figure four leg lock. Rey Mysterio Jr., Eddie Guerrero. Oh, my word, man. So Ahmed Johnson, Yokozuna. I'm just running down the list of all of the really awesome characters. Lex Luger, he had the rack. I'm forgetting his name. Guys, help me out. Arn Anderson was in there. Arn Anderson was on. Who's the guy with the 2x4? Oh! And he'd run around thumbs up and everybody. What's his name? Oh, I'm brain farting right now. Guys, help me. What's his name? Had the 2x4, always walked around with an American flag. Oh! By the way, if anybody wants to clip that, throw it on Twitter for me. You can, just go, oh! Like that. Nobody's in the house, so I don't look like a moron to my family, but to everybody else out there in the Twitter world, I absolutely can. It's going to drive me nuts until I can think of who that is. Somebody get on the chat and help me out, okay? Help me. Jake the Snake Roberts was there. Good Lord. Who else do we have? We had Ahmed Johnson. What's his name? The world's strongest man. The Undertaker. The Undertaker's always been awesome. The Ultimate Warrior, who could never, ever give a decent interview. He just rambled. But on the opposite end of him giving a terrible Hacksaw Jim Duggan. There it is. Yes. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, man. Who else? On the other end of the spectrum, whereas the Ultimate Warrior could not give a decent interview to save his life, the man who gave the best interviews ever, Macho Man Randy Savage. He was hilarious. I'll go on YouTube and I'll just pull up best Macho Man Randy Savage interviews. And I'll watch 15 minutes of just nothing but Randy Savage going nuts. All right. It's like every time before he went in, he'd just sniff a line of Coke and just go crazy. There's Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude. Oh, man, Rick Rude. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Great wrestlers. We just went a long time on wrestling, man. That was great. And then WWE picked up after they absorbed WCW. I'll give them that for sure. And then that's when The Rock was really his thing. That's when Undertaker got a little bit weird, like when he started his cult and everything. That was dumb. But they reinvented him like 5 times. He was like the Grave Walker, and then he was the cult leader, and then he was the biker. And oh man, but that guy was big. That guy was really big. And incidentally, Kane. I forget the name of the guy that played Kane or anything, but he actually is running for public office in his town. And so there's that. Now, we hit on wrestling for the 90s. I got to get off of it for a little bit and move on to, Orange Hat, old WWF. That's what we've been talking about the last 15 minutes, man. I'm telling you what. Miss it. Old WWF, brother, when you had all of the really cool guys. Doink the Clown and, what was that? That big Bam Bam Bigelow, that's his name, had those really awesome head tattoos. And he would always do that flying headbutt off the top rope. That dude was like 400 pounds, and he was athletic, absolutely athletic. But he always used to walk around with that weird look, weird lady. Well, her name was Luna. Was that it, Luna? He did get elected, didn't he? He won. That's Kane, by the way. Kane won his local election. And so big Van Vader, baby. And so yeah. Those were my days, man, the wrestling days. I used to have a trampoline, and I would be wrestling with my friends on there. We'd be dropping power bombs, and I'd be jumping off the roof and landing on – yeah, that's right, jumping off the roof. So, Mom, if you're watching, your son used to jump off the roof with Merrill, and we would do flying elbows right off the roof onto the trampoline. She never knew that, but now it's public knowledge. So jumped off the roof onto the trampoline as a 10-year-old kid, and nobody ever knew because I'm Jesse. So, getting back to my 90s, the absolute best decade of all. We got hit on music. We have to hit on 90s music, okay? There we go. Andre, Bam Bam, Hulk, and Rowdy Piper. Hit them all, baby. Hit them all. So, we get on to music of the 90s. Start off, what is... I'm trying to think about where to even start with that, because I can start like with the grunge scene. We got the grunge scene, and it was always a battle between Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Now, when it comes to actual, like, when I recognize the importance of a song to define a genre, it's always going to be "Smells Like Teen Spirit." "Smells Like Teen Spirit" was the defining song of grunge. However, when it came to actual bands and the music that they performed over time, I know Nirvana didn't have a long run. Rest in peace, Kurt Cobain. But I thought I liked Pearl Jam's music better. That's just me. But you also get into like the 1992 "I'm Too Sexy." What a great song. "Ice Ice Baby." You kidding? Wow. I was in Walmart the other week. Yes, Walmart. I don't have a Target in my town. I've got 2 Walmarts. Somebody needs to change that. By the way, I love Target so much, but I have to drive 20 minutes just to get to one, and it pisses me off. But I was in Walmart. I was doing my thing, and then I hear this guitar part and these like electronic drums. And I'm like, what in the heck? And then I hear ba-na-da-na, ba-na-da-na. I'm like, I love this song. And then here it comes. "She drives me crazy. Ooh, ooh, I don't want it." I don't know what that word is. I mean, but anyways, I heard that song. I was like, this is like when I used to go to my elementary school skate nights and everything. I'd be skating around, and then here comes this music. Oh, man, that was my jam back in the day. So what was it? Ace of Base used to be a thing back in the 90s, I think. Wonderwall, man. That is a song. I can play Wonderwall on the guitar and actually play it very, very well. That is a song that in high school, I think that was a little bit, was that late 90s or was it early 2000s? Either one. It was in high school. Oh, Blues Traveler, man. By the way, before I get on to Wonderwall from Oasis, Blues Traveler, I learned how to play guitar from Dave Matthews Band. I've been playing guitar for about 20 years. And I used to love Dave Matthews Band. And so I actually learned every Dave Matthews song the exact way he used to play it back in the day. But he had, Blues Traveler had an amazing, amazing harmonica player. And he actually got in and was featured on one of Dave Matthews' songs, What Would You Say? And had an amazing solo there. But Wonderwall from Oasis, that is a song that if you knew how to play and sing in high school and you went to a party and played it, you're immediately getting made out with. Except for me. I played it and nobody made out with me. So just saying, that's the thing. I saw other people, like 3 other people knew how to play it, and they'd all get tongue kisses. Me, no. Everybody else would go and get diarrhea. So, Bittersweet Symphony, The Verve, about 1998. I love that song, circa 1998. Hootie and the Blowfish, before they changed to country music, which, by the way, I hear he's actually really good. I just don't like country music. Not my thing. Savage Garden, woo, slow dancing right there. Truly, madly, deeply. And then they had that Chicky Chiricola song. I can't remember the name of that song, but they had oh man, those were good and just lovey-dovey music right there, man. I'm telling you. So let me see. What else do we have in the 90s? That's when we had the likes of Sugar Ray. This one, Creep by Radiohead. Woo! Yeah. Not creepy, creep. It's okay. I'm assuming that's autocorrect since you may be on your phone. Creep by Radiohead. I'm a creep. Yes, sir. And that's when we had the likes of Sugar Ray. That's when we had Third Eye Blind, Matchbox 20. Oh, baby. I love those bands. Right near the very end of their of the 90s, Vertical Horizon. Vertical Horizon, by the way, whenever they All That I Want, whenever they came out with I Want You, That's It, Chicken Cherry Cola, that's right. I forgot. I haven't listened to that CD in forever. Oh, that was a great song too. Alanis Morissette. Vertical Horizon, that Vertical Horizon CD where they had All That I Want and You're a God. Like every track on that CD is amazing. I love that CD. It was great, man. Alanis Morissette. She was one of the people, because these types of people in the 90s made it where they did not have a very good voice. I didn't like Alanis Morissette's voice very much. I'll be honest. Jagged Little Pill, though, that CD was clutch. Now, that CD was absolutely clutch. But You Ought to Know, what was it? Like Rain? Is that? It's like rain. Whatever it is. That song, I just didn't like her voice, but she made her voice work with her music. Same thing with Dave Matthews. Oh my God. His voice sounds like there's a goat in a trash compactor. And it's just terrible. But he has an amazing voice for the style of music that he writes. Absolutely not. Thomas! My man. God, I love when he shows up. I love you guys too. I've got a special place in my heart for Thomas. Please don't hate me for pointing him out, but that's just my thing. Stone Temple Pilots, man. Stone Temple Pilots are my thing. Oh, REM, Losing My Religion. By the way, they recorded that CD right next to my hometown in Kernersville, North Carolina. I didn't even know this until about 2008. But they have a recording studio where REM recorded their platinum album that featured Losing My Religion. And so I was working in Embassy Suites, working the front desk, and you know who walks in? The Eagles. The whole band, the Eagles. And they're recording a reunion album at that same place. And I had no clue what they were doing. And then one of their bass players, it wasn't the actual bass player for the Eagles. But he walks up. He's a world-renowned bass player. His name is Kenny Passarelli. And the guy walks up. And then starts talking to me like he's known me for years and was the absolute best guy I've ever met as far as being a famous person. Oh, my word. The Eagles, yes. The Eagles walked into my hotel. I saw them all and talked to a couple of them. They gave me guitar picks that I still have over in my room. But it was a great, great thing. All right, so let's see. Back in the 90s, Celine Dion. Cause you love me. And then she had that Heart Will Go On song. Yeah, it was all right. Mariah Carey. I was just never a Mariah Carey fan. And by the way, Butterfly by Crazy Town, that song got a lot of flack. A lot of flack. I happen to love Crazy Town's Butterfly. Absolutely love it. Abso-freaking-lutely love that song. It's just you get in them. It almost reminds me like you go out cosmic bowling. If anybody remember cosmic bowling or anything, it's when you go bowling, all the lights are on and everything. And that song would always come on anytime I'd go cosmic bowling at like 1 a.m. with my friends. It was great. I love that song. So 90s, great time for music. And let me see. That's also when Aerosmith did a lot of their really cool things. They went back with Run DMC on Walk This Way back in the early 90s. And so that was awesome. Like the desert mist, the rain. Believe it or not, I don't know that. There we go. Ace of Base. Early 90s Ace of... Oh, wait. Spin Doctors. The 2-hit wonder. The Spin Doctors coming in strong. Bam! Yes! And I enjoyed the 1-hit wonders too. Oh man, I'm right there. See, I just played it all in my head. I'm not about like awkward silences like what I just delivered there, but I just played that song back in my head, and it took me to a happy place. It took me to, this is how we do it. This is how we do. Shout out. Oh, yeah. Man, that was when I was playing Little League Baseball right there. I was 11 years old at that time. I remember we'd always be singing it whenever we were running around the field warming up for practice. It was great. Let's see. What else? Had the, hold up. Pissing the night away. You drink some whiskey drink, you drink some vodka drink. Tub Thumping, that's the name of the song. Tub Thumping. Oh, what a terrible song. But nobody could ever stop listening to it. Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. And I like that, what is it? Kind of like acoustic rock. Baby Got Back. There it is. Sir Mix-a-Lot, baby. I like that acoustic rock music. Duncan Sheik. He was good. What was the name of this? Zion barely breathing, but I can't find the air. Don't know who I'm kidding, imagining you care. I could stand here waiting, a fool for another day. Yeah, don't suppose it's worth the price, the price that I would pay. Yeah. 'Cause I'm thinking it over. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's what I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me, I don't know, I got a palsy there. Okay, nobody thought that I actually knew the words to that song. I think that was actually early 2000s though, because I remember being a senior in high school, I think, when that came out. And I was a senior in high school in 2002. 2002. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Okay. This is how excited I get over music. Okay? Like I said, how are we talking about the 90s and not hitting Bryan Adams? Guys, what the hell? Bryan Adams. Is everybody ready to make out with each other to some Bryan Adams right now? Oh, Lisa Loeb. I know that. She had those thick glasses. I can't. I know she was famous for staying. The tune's just not coming to me right now. If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friend. Everybody knows that song. I hated that song. Hated it. I even hated the Spice Girls, but for some reason, you always gotta hit that one. CNC Music Factory. I actually don't know that one, believe it or not. I don't know it. I'm almost wanting to go get my guitar now. I can't help it. I cannot freaking help it. I'm just, oh man, just the freaking music of the 90s gets me pumped. It gets me freaking pumped. I can't help it. Okay. Okay. We're good. Who's texting me? All right, get off of me. All right, I'm trying to think. Did I miss anybody? Here? I hit the Third Eye Blinds. I hit some of the rap music. Ja Rule back in the early or late 90s. What's her name? Black Hole Sun, won't you come? I actually didn't like Black Hole Sun very much, believe it or not. I know the song. You say only hear what I want to. Yeah, that's right. I remember the song now. Soundgarden was okay. Was it Soundgarden that did Spoon Man? Was that the name of the song, Spoon Man? Oh, yeah, Zombie by the Cranberries. God bless that lady. She died in the process of trying to record that song with Bad Wolves. I saw Bad Wolves perform that. I saw Bad Wolves and Breaking Benjamin and Five Finger Death Punch last year. And Bad Wolves was there and they performed Zombie. But she was actually in the process of trying to get over to record that song with Bad Wolves whenever she died. And so God bless her, man. She's resting in peace. I know that for sure. I'm trying to make sure I've got to get into my Spotify real fast. And Jane's Addiction. I forgot all about Jane's Addiction. Let me get into my 90s playlist here. Oh man, I just had Deftones up there too. I'm telling you what, man, if you guys could even see exactly what's going on my playlist sometimes, I've got everything from like Face Melters, like August Burns Red and stuff like that, all the way to show tunes from Broadway. I've got one of my favorite DB. Hold on. All Out 90s. Meatloaf, Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way. I think that was like 1998. Whitney Houston, Shania Twain. Woo! Now, as much, hold on. This is Orange Hat. Bless you, man. Goo Goo Dolls. I love the Goo Goo Dolls in the 90s, man. John Resnick, he would actually tour with about 15 or 16 different guitars, and all of them were tuned a little bit differently than the other. And by the way, incidentally, everybody always goes to Iris, which is an amazing song. But my favorite Goo Goo Dolls song is Black Balloon. Black Balloon all day long. Bare Naked Ladies, there we go. 1 week. I saw them perform that live one time as well. Let's see. Faith Hill, Sixpence None the Richer. And how can we get into the 90s without a little Mbop by Hanson? All right. Oh, Livin' La Vida Loca was back then too. And who else? Enrique Iglesias, I think he existed. The Offspring. Oh, hello. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Big, Celine Dion, All for One. And I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. Oh, whatever. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, Deep Blue something. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I Remember the film that, oh, come on. Let's see, who else we got? TLC, No Scrubs. Oh, man. Dude, I'm so glad I got my playlist back up. Let me see, who do we have next? Let's see. U2, The Sweetest Thing. Oasis, always. Christina Aguilera, I guess she was back in that day. She wasn't very defining in the late 90s. She was later on in 2000, I think. Aerosmith, let's see. Come on, Savage Garden. I knew I loved you before I. Oh, and that's when that really cheesy love song from the country music. What's the name of that? What's the name of that band? Lone Star. Amazed, baby, I'm amazed by. Oh, what understatement. Here we go. Sad, sad song. I can play that song on guitar. That was a very sad song, and I love Eric Clapton for that. Oh, Sabotage. Bum, 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 bum. Destiny's Child. That's when they got big. Let's see. Always got to hit on Britney Spears. Okay, she was a thing back then. Okay, NSYNC was a thing. And if it were, by the way, if it were a choice between the music of NSYNC and the music of the Backstreet Boys, I'm actually going musical style Backstreet Boys. Okay, now I recognize NSYNC as being the better dancers, and they made Justin Timberlake, who, by the way, is a phenomenal, phenomenal artist. I love present Justin Timberlake so much. There's The Cure right there. New Radicals. Boom. Let's see, George Michael. Yeah, he still had some thing. Boys and Men. Amy Grant. Right. Cher. That's when she had the. Oh man, that was a big thing all over the place, but not with me. Don't go chasing waterfalls, because you'll end up drowning in the pool that's below them. Those really aren't the words to the waterfall song. I'm just making this stuff up. All right, Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams was big in Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can never, ever, ever talk about music without Red Hot Chili Peppers. Tina, I think somebody mentioned them. Did you mention them earlier? I can't remember. And I saw it. I didn't get a chance to. Yeah, you did. There it is, Under the Bridge. Sorry. I didn't hit on that, but you're right. Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can't talk about it without Red Hot. Weezer, Hash Pipe was my song, but I was very, very disappointed when they tried to redo Africa. Okay? Weezer, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I hated it. I hated it because I stand by something. You do not fix something if it is not broken in the first place. Okay. Yes. I'm sorry, Tina. Love you, boo. All right. Let's see. Robbie Williams. He was big in Great Britain, especially. He had this one song, Millennium. All right. It had a lot of string music. We got stars on internet. I don't remember the words. You got some millennium. Whatever. That was the thing. Here we go. Death. Right here, baby. Right here. Smashing Pumpkins. By the way, 1979, my second favorite one. First one. Now that the world is a vampire. Ba-da-da-da-da. Bullet with butterfly wings. Bullet with butterfly wings. There it is. Don't speak. No, just what you're seeing. Feeling. Don't tell me because it hurts. I smell sex and candy here. By the way, are you guys impressed that you're naming stuff and I'm just able to rip them out, man. I'm just able to go at it. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Man, I'm telling you what, Beck, that guy, very, very, very talented, okay? Absolutely 100% talented. Well, guys, I've been on for an hour and 10 minutes. I've got to go. I've been holding off using the bathroom for just a little bit, but I have to actually get up, go get in the shower, and get my day started. I just want to spend some time with y'all. So I'm out of here. This is fun. I want to do 90s stuff again, by the way, okay? So hit me up on Twitter, whatever it is, and we'll plan this, all right? Love y'all tons, and we will see you